Go live. And we're back! Hello everyone. Who all is here? Lots of people are here. Hello, LO1BO2, or LOLBO2, as I say it. Hello, Terrence, and Big Gay Dave, and Harold, and Lester. Hello, MCDJ ACDC. Hello, Dagon, and hey, Sergeant Slaughterhouse, nice to see you. There's Comic Tropes, the famous, or infamous, Comic Tropes. No, he's famous, the famous Comic Tropes. Hello, Jeffrey, and I already said hello to Big Gay Dave, but hello again. Hello to Andrew, the guy who's so nice. Hello, Andrew, the guy so nice they named him twice. Hello, Wilkinson and Wilkinson Studios, and hello, Matt and Beta Ray Bob. Nice to see you, Beta Ray Bob, and it was nice to see you and say hello. Hello, Jumpin' General. Hello, Garcia Gung Fu. Hello, Spaced Cobra and Samuel and JK Siege. Hello, B-Train and Harold. I think I said hello to Harold before, but if not, hello. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Sergeant Slaughterhouse. The Sergeant Slaughterhouse will be kicking off Cobra Convergence, so look forward to that. It's coming very soon now, very soon. Hello, Bubble Wrap Memories. Hello, Sparkster. Hello, Woodman. Hello, Daniel. I'm back in the good old US of A after Joefest. Well, Joefest is also in the good old US of A, so, but it's still technically true that I'm back in the good old US of A and back home. Hello, hey James, how do you do? And Terrence says hi from the great state of Maryland. Hello, Maryland from the United States. Nice to see you. And hello, DC4L. How do you do? Actually, I do like Maryland. I have been to Maryland. When I had car trouble in Maryland, the people there were very helpful. I got it fixed no time. For a reasonable price. I encountered some actually quite friendly people in Maryland. So thank you, Maryland. Joefest 2022. Hello, the Killer Weezer. How do you do? How's the road lag? It's lagging. It's lagging. Yes, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Beta Ray Bob. Peg Warmers, hey, nice to see you, Peg Warmers. Peg Warmers also be in Cobra Convergence. How was Joefest? It was great. It was actually really, really great. And I'm going to talk at length about it while I also show you some of the stuff I got. Now, thank you, Christian Bricks. Thank you for the super chat. He says, greetings from Denmark. Do you have, good to have you back safe, homie. Thank you very much. Greetings, Denmark from the United States. And I really appreciate that. I am also glad to be back. Okay, so let me cover this right now. I did drive there because I didn't fly. I drove because I knew I was going to have a table. I needed stuff for the table. And some of the stuff I needed to bring with me for the table was going to not be very practical to put on a plane. So I felt I needed to drive. I'm not doing that next year. I am pretty sure I will have a table next year. I'm debating that. But regardless, whether I have a table or not, I'm not driving again. I'm going to fly out there. I'm going to fly. And I'll tell you why. First of all, the stuff I needed for the table, some of it I couldn't use. Like the big screen that I usually have behind me showing the videos, I had technical difficulties with it, including technical difficulties with the facility and their power supply, so I couldn't use it. So it was just wasted space. And the big stand-up tall sign that I usually use, I couldn't find it. I thought I had it, but I don't have it. So that's the thing. If without those larger items, I don't necessarily need a car trunk to carry those. I could pack those in such a way that I absolutely could fly with the rest of the stuff and still have a table and still have everything I need. So yeah, no more of this driving stuff. Gas is too expensive. Let's say, Bubble Wrap Memory says, update from Maryland, just got a Defiant for $500 plus a ton of other things. That's a really good deal for a Defiant. Was that a deal? If the Defiant is even anywhere near complete, absolutely. Even if it's not complete, there are some missing parts and cracks, but never had a Defiant as a kid and lost my mind. Yeah, the Defiant, every part on the Defiant is expensive and often hard to find. Comic Tropes correctly points out that planes also operate off of gas. That is true. That is true. But they don't have to stop at a shell every few hours, to gas up. They operate just a little differently. Also, if I flew out there, then I wouldn't have to split up the drive into 2 days and pay for extra hotel room. I wouldn't have to pay for gas. I wouldn't have to bring as much stuff because I wouldn't. It would be like a 3-day trip instead of a 6-day trip. And with that, I could easily afford the plane ticket. That would more than cover the plane ticket. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So hello, Gen 1 Red Alert. How do you do? Cool. Oh, hey, cool. So Gen 1 Red Alert ran into me at the theater at Joefest. So while I was in Augusta, the Fathom Events was having the 35th anniversary of G.I. Joe, the movie from 1987. They were showing it on the big screen. So I got a ticket to that, and I went to that, and I was able to see some people. I was able to check out, I was able to watch the movie, obviously, but I was also able to connect with some people in the theater. So that was really fun. You all know how I feel. Oh, hello, Cobra Island, also in Cobra Convergence. How do you do? Let's see. Toad Array says, "Dude, you make me feel that it is okay to be into this stuff still. You so do not need to apologize." Well, thank you, Toad. If I may call you a toad, thank you very much. That's very kind. I appreciate it. And Peg Warmers also went to the Fathom event on Thursday night in Oaks, PA. Hello, Oaks, PA, from the United States. Also, Peg Warmers will be in Cobra Convergence, and Peg Warmers and Codename Nutu Vera 2 had an episode together, and I was on the road and wasn't able to catch it live, but I posted that episode on Facebook, so check that out. Cobra Convergence is coming really soon, and it's really tempting to just talk about Cobra Convergence because, my goodness, it's really soon now. But Thagon also Cobra Convergence, and how do you do, Thagon? Nice to see you there. Hello, Cyclonus. Thanks for being here. Hello, Michael Pytel. Did Duke survive? Spoiler: Duke. Well, I'm afraid to tell you. No, I probably shouldn't spoil it. I probably shouldn't spoil whether Duke survives or not. It's just up in the air. Who can know? Who can know? Comic Tropes wants to hear Joefest stories. Please ignore your comments when you're telling us. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Thank you, Comic Tropes. Joefest. Once again, in Augusta, Georgia. It is in Augusta, Georgia, because that is where Ed is from, who runs the show. So it's going to be in Augusta every year, as far as I know. Let's see. Christian Brick says you went from Oklahoma to Georgia via Maryland. No wonder. Okay. I should clarify. It wasn't the same trip. It wasn't the same trip that I went. It was a different trip that that I went to Maryland. But I understand the confusion. My apologies. Different trip. On that trip, I went like northeast. So it's in Augusta, Georgia. Augusta is pretty well known for golf. They're known for two things. They're known for golf, and they're known for James Brown. And two decent things to be known for. Hello, the Figure Six Pack. Nice to see you. But so apparently now they're starting to get known for G.I. Joe because Joefest is there every year. Now, I've been to Augusta a couple of times now. And, like, this time, as with last time, you know, before the show started, I was asking myself, do I really want to go back to Augusta, Georgia every year? You know, JoeCon was a traveling show, right? Different city each year. This one isn't. It's in one city. So I think to myself, do I really want to go to the same city every year? But then, like, I go, and I get all set up, and I start hanging out, and I meet people, I catch up with friends, you know, I have a great time, and, like, I realize how much I missed everybody, and I missed, like, seeing people in person and talking to people in person. And then, like, by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going back. Of course I am. That's where my friends are. So, yes, I will do my best to make this an annual event. I spent a lot of time with Bart Simon, with Matthew Comstock, and there's Bart. Yes, Bart. Everybody came to Joefest to see you because you had the whiskey that you were carrying around, so you're very popular. And there's significant others as well. I want to say thanks to them in particular because they actually spent a lot of time with me, and it was really nice hanging out with them. So thanks to you guys. But I got to see lots of people, and for those of you who never went to JoeCon was a fairly small show as these things go, but JoeCon had a community and had a family, and it was like a family reunion every year. It really was. You know, once a year you would meet up with your friends, and, you know, you would catch up. And I wasn't sure if Joefest would feel that way, but when, like, Bart and, you know, Carson from 3D Joe's and everybody else shows up there and we start hanging out, it feels like that. Hello, Jenna. Nice to see you. I did have a good trip. Thank you very much. I had a table. I had some sketches there. I did sell a good number of sketches, but I probably could have sold more. But I spent some time away from the table. I abandoned the table a couple of times, more than a couple of times. You know, I put up a sign that says, you know, I'm at a panel, because there are some panels that I wanted to see. I did not make it to all the panels I wanted to go to. Because, you know, I really did need to man the table, and so, you know, I didn't want to. Samuel says, I miss JoeCon. Me too. So, yes, I missed some panels, but I did make it to a few. But that meant that my table was unoccupied. Chris, thank you for the super chat, Comic Tropes, for your chocolate donuts and grape soda. That's delicious. I think I will have some grape soda right now. That is not grape soda. I managed to hang out with everybody. I did not end up drinking. I don't really drink anymore, but it really didn't make any difference. I was really there for the people, and everybody else would have a beer or whatever, and I would just have water, and it was fine. So yeah, I in particular, I wanted to catch up with some JoeCon people, but I got to spend I went to the 3D Joe's panel with Carson, and he was talking about Operation Recall, and just being there and actually seeing his enthusiasm for it, that was really infectious. So I got a little bit of time to talk with Carson. Hey there, codename New2Vero2, nice to see you. Hello, Harold Carfrey. I don't know if I said hello before, but if not, hello. Hello, Evan Classified. Hello, Nyquist. Yes, Bart, I've heard tell of your drinking way too much on Saturday night. I did hear such stories. Let's see. Draws says for Cobra Convergence 6 will be some way, folks, to pitch in with small videos and photos. I got a few ideas. Yes, definitely. There are some directions on HCC788.com. If you go to the website, there are some directions for that. So I never have as much time to hang out with Carson as I would like to, but I did get a couple of opportunities to talk with him, so that was nice. And I just like Carson as a person. Hello, Firefly, nice to see you. I like him as a person, and the project that he's working on seems to be coming together, and I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled for him. I'm genuinely happy for him. So that was nice. That was nice. Oh, thank you, Josiah. Did you have a cigar? And did you? What is your favorite cigar brand? I did have a cigar, and I thought, the box is here. The cigar that I'm working on now is this one. And it's not an expensive cigar. It's not a high-end cigar, but it's a nice, reliable, kind of middle-of-the-road cigar, which at least for the time being is kind of my speed. So yeah, I did have a cigar. In fact, I had a cigar with Bart and Matt, and thanks guys for hanging out with me. Beta Ray Bob says next year at Joefest I may need to take afternoon naps, so I'll have the energy for the after hours events. Yeah, you have to pace yourself, especially at my age. Hello, JLS Comics. How do you do? JLS Comics, also Cobra Convergence. Thanks for being here. I saw you walking around a bit, Beta Ray Bob, and it's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Matt Rubin. No Macanudos. Do they still make them? That's a good question. I haven't had a Macanudo in a while. I'm pretty sure they do still make them because I think I saw some at the last cigar shop that I went to. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. But actually, it has been a minute since I've had a Macanudo. Thanks. Just popped that up in my memory. Thanks. It was, the psychedelic pizzas. I really liked the pizza that I had there, by the way. I thought it was delicious, and I did end up eating some. Hello, Dave E. Dave E. Awesome to meet you at Joefest. It is. In fact, you just remind me, thank you for the super chat, because I have stuff to show you. I'll show you at least most of my Joefest haul. But hello, Durati, how do you do? Hello, Jumpin' General. Hello, Scones. Hello, Western Kentucky from the United States. I did not purchase any toys there. I thought about it. But I didn't actually buy any toys. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't. There were a couple that I kind of thought about pulling the trigger on, but were there any exclusives at the show? Yes, there were. In fact, Roma Collectibles had a number of exclusives there, very limited run. And I think there were some others as well. So there were some exclusive, yes. I don't typically go for the exclusives, but I did think about getting some exclusives this time. I did get some stuff from people. People brought things to me. Codename Two Very 2, oh my OMG, HCC788 got a Bucky t-shirt. Yes, on the way back, I stopped at Bucky's. I stopped at Bucky's and I got some beaver nuggets. So yeah, it was an eventful drive home. So I did buy a few things, and I had some things given to me, and I will. Yes, that is true, Bart. I did get a shotgun. So I was hanging out with Bart after the Chicken Fried Toys panel, and the guy gave me a tiny little, it was a factory production sample double barrel shotgun, and this is why I can't show you all. Hello, Chris. This is why I can't yes, they do have clean bathrooms. I will give them that. This is why I can't show you all the stuff I got, because I know some of it's not here, and I'm a little frustrated because I'm not sure. It's gotta be in my backpack or something. So I apologize if you gave something to me and you don't see it in this live stream. I apologize. I'll try to. I know I have it. Nothing got left behind. I double and triple checked, but we did have to creatively pack everything in order to fit it all in the space that we had to bring it back. Leeds, Alabama, if you can believe that. Not England. Not England, but Alabama. Sort of. Well, I didn't buy it. It was given to me, JLS Comics, and it's very tiny. It's a very tiny shotgun for very tiny enemies. But the shotgun, I specifically put it someplace so that I wouldn't lose it. But it's not in the place where I thought it was. I know it's here. There are also a couple other things, like a dude gave me like a really cool like a weapons storage crate that he made, and I know I have that, but it wasn't in there, which means it got packed away somewhere else. So I apologize if you gave me something and I ended up not showing it on here, but I'm still unpacking. I've really only been here for a very short period of time. Hey, Moped Magazine TV says, hey man, this is Pleasant with Moped Magazine. It was a pleasure meeting you. You are awesome. Thank you, Moped Magazine. You mentioned that, and these guys took my picture, and thanks for stopping by. That's very nice. I appreciate it. So that was really cool. And speaking of Moped Magazine, that was one of the folks that I had come by the table. The table was often rather busy. There were a few quiet moments, which I needed so I could kind of catch my breath. But it was often quite busy. And I did bring an assistant with me, but my assistant would frequently bail on me, leaving me alone. To handle everything all by myself. But you know what? I did it. I handled it. Uberhulk says, I was recently in Houston, a place called Misfit Toys, picked up Tiger Force Recondo and version 1 Lifeline, plus I went to Bucky's. Yeah, well, look, see, that's, I drove through Texas a few weeks ago. Did not see one Bucky's. But then I go to Alabama and I see a Bucky's. So come on, Texas. Catch up, man. Yeah. So I want to show a few things off. Okay? So not everything, but here are a few things. Numero uno of the things to show off is this. my Joefest card. Now, this one is not a trifold like the first one was. This is just a single, so everybody just kind of had to make room on there. But yeah, I had this at my table, and I asked everybody, yes, including Moped Magazine, I asked everybody to sign my Joefest card, and I got quite a lot of signatures. So yes, this is something that I will be keeping forever. This is my favorite memento of the show. And yeah, that was... Yeah, it's just see all the signatures there. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone. JoeFan84 says, how are you? I am fine. Thank you. How are you? Thanks for asking. So yeah, there was... I think that Buc-ee's in Leeds, Alabama is the only one in Alabama. Yeah, well, I was kind of surprised to come across it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so thank you to everyone. This, I think, is still my favorite thing to do in the show, is to have an opportunity to just get something from everyone that I can bring back and remember the show. And this will go with my other one. So thank you to everyone who stopped by to sign my card. If you were not able to stop by, or if you weren't there, there is always next year. There's always next year. Hello, Rob Vegas. Nice to see you. Hello, Matthew Buck. Matthew Buck says he signed the card. Indeed. Indeed. I would point to it. But as you can see, there are lots of... Wait, no, I found it. No, it's right there. I was going to say, it's hard to pick out a single signature amongst all of these, but then I look at it and I see it immediately. Okay, see there? Yeah, see, he signed it. So yeah, so that's number one thing to show off. That's number one thing. Number two thing. Oh, I might as well show this. Okay. Do you guys remember my review of the bridge layer? A guy named Lance did the artwork for the thumbnail for the bridge layer, and Lance stopped by the booth, and it's the first time I've actually met him in person after all these years. So that was awesome. Really great meeting him, and he gave me this, which is upside down. He gave me this really nice watercolor that he did. So that's just, I just think this is really cool. So thank you, Lance. Thank you very much. Sorry if I'm yelling in the microphone, but thank you, Lance. And most importantly, really nice to meet you. Lance is somebody that, I've corresponded with for quite some time, off and on. But just to have him like walk up and say hi, that's really, it's kind of trippy, but it's really super cool to actually meet people in person that I've talked to like this before. That is really, really fun. I think that's one of the most fun things about the show. See, Comic Tropes remembers that thumbnail's art. That was Lance. And I also got this patch which has the Sky Patrol symbol from the parachutes. I will be adding this to my my patch and pin shirt. Who we got? Okay, I think I've said hello to everyone, but if anybody snuck in here, hello. Hey, it's Rob Irizarry. I didn't say hello to Rob Irizarry. Yes, indeed. What gave it away? How does everybody know that I stopped at Buc-ee's? So Dawn stopped by and gave me this extremely gorgeous Joefest mug, and it's the one with Cobra Commander. Now, as you may know, yes, is he the Bridge Layer fan who featured in the video? That was Kevin, who was actually in the video. Lance did the artwork. I often get coffee mugs from the various places that I've been. I didn't get any coffee mugs in Augusta, but this trumps any coffee mug. This is, just check that out. It's got the Joefest 2022 logo, and it's got a nice cocoa on the back. This is cool. So thank you for this. Draws says, I remember when Hoodie rocked a panel a few years ago, at Joefest ago. I would encourage you to check it out. Thank you, Draws. This time I did not request a panel, but I kind of wish I had, so that we could, so we could launch Cobra Convergence. But hey, that's a great segue. Next year I will. Next year I'm going to ask Ed for a panel. But that's a great segue, because I did attend a panel. By the guys who do the Audible Interlude podcast, who will be in Cobra Convergence. And I wanted to attend because I haven't actually been able to meet these guys in person. So I popped into their panel, and I got a hat. That's not all I got. So they did a trivia quiz. And Carson from 3djoes.com, Carson Metaxas, he points over there and says, hey, I think HCC knows a lot about G.I. Joe. You should ask him a question. Putting me on the spot. But you know what? I came through. I knew the answer to the trivia question, and I won this hat, and I also won this goodie bag that has, like, it has a book in it. It's The Joy of G.I. Joe Memories of America's Movable Fighting Man from Today's Grown-Up Kids. Edited by Jim Beard with Justin Bell and Bill Nedrow. So, yeah, so I got a book. And I think, there's a pen and a sticker in here too. So, and they have I got a sticker and a pen. So, yeah, I got my trivia question right. I won the prize. And then I said, hey, if Carson's going to make me do it, you should ask him a question. And Carson did not get his answer correct. Carson did not win the prize. But Carson's an okay guy anyway. He's a nice guy. It's fine. He did well. Deruti says, what was the question? I'll tell you what the question was. The question was, in the G.I. Joe movie, to whom does Alpine say, what were the words? Something like, how good are you at splicing? Alpine says to which Joe, how good are you at splicing? The answer is gung-ho. From that movie. Now, Carson's question. Yes, Dave, he's a good dude. If you ever have a chance to talk with Carson from 3D Joe's, you owe it to yourself to just spend a minute. If he has a panel going, go to the panel and check out what he does. Hello, Turd Ferguson. Nice to see you. So Carson's question. Here's Carson's question. Let's see how many of you get this right. Okay, to his question. See, yeah, Peg Warmers is right. Gung Ho. Gung Ho is the one who said that, or to whom it was said. It's Alpine said it to Gung Ho. That is correct. Now, the question that was asked of Carson was, what was the first ever mail-away G.I. Joe item? What was the first ever G.I. Joe mail-away item? Hello, Photo Viper. Thanks for being here. You snuck in. I didn't see you come in. Nice to see Photo Viper as well. Carson is a great dude. 100% agree. 100% agree. Comic Trope says Cobra Commander. That was also Carson's guess, but that is incorrect. The first mail-away G.I. Joe item ever. Notice it did not specify Real American Hero mail-away item. See, you guys are thinking exactly the same way that Carson did, but the question didn't specify Real American Hero series mail-away. The first ever mail-away. As it happens, It's none of that. It's none. Good guesses, but it's not any of those. See, I had a guess. I didn't know for sure. But I had a guess. Hello, Might Be Genius. Nice to see you. No, not that. You guys are. You're not getting warmer. Hang on, I'll tell you the answer. It's. My guess would have been right only because for luck, because of dumb luck, because I only know of one pre-Real American Hero mail-away offer. I only know of one, and that is the Kellogg's Marine Dress Blue. It was a dress blue uniform for a 12-inch G.I. Joe. I think it was from the late 60s that you could get through the mail. It was Kellogg's mail-away Marine Corps dress blues from the 60s. That was apparently the first. There you go, the first ever mail-away G.I. Joe item. Now, I would have guessed that, and I would have been right, but the only reason I would have guessed that is because it's the only one I know of. I mean, I'm sure there were other mail-away, pre-Real American Hero G.I. Joe items, but I don't know what they are. I'm not an expert in that area. I don't know that time period. Yeah, Kellogg's like cornflakes. Yeah, it was like a cereal box, mail away offer that you could mail away, and you could get the Marine Corps dress blues. So to get the right answer, you have to think past 1982. You have to think past, even Super Joe. Think farther back even than Adventure Team. You have to think back to much earlier G.I. Joe. And the answer is the Marine Corps dress blues. I would have, if I had been asked that question, I would have got it correct, but only because of dumb luck. Only dumb luck. I would have thrown out there the only one I know about, and just by chance that was the right one. So anyway, that's how that went down. But it was a fun panel, and then I was trying to catch up with the Audible Interlude guys afterward, but I got caught up, and then when I turned around, they were gone. And then I tried to, catch up with them, elsewhere, during the show, and I didn't see them. So I'm sorry, Audible Interlude guys, that I wasn't able to catch up with you and get with you more one-on-one. I apologize for that. I did try. Next year. But hey, I got this hat. It's pretty snappy. I dig it. I like the hat. I'll keep the hat. So this is something I got. Oh, thank you, Josiah. Road restaurant of choice: IHOP, Waffle House, Griddle Hut, Cracker Barrel, or other. Good question. I think I'll go with IHOP. They have a couple pancake varieties that I like. Waffle House, we used to call it the Awful House. I don't know that that's necessarily deserved, because I haven't been to an Awful House for a long time. But yeah, I go for some IHOP pancakes. I've done that a few times. Josiah often reminds me to mention. He didn't this time, but often reminds me to mention What's on Joe Mind. Every Friday, live. I was on What's on Joe Mind last Friday as the Joefest correspondent, the man on the street. So, yes. I don't know what else I have to say with that. I was on the show. I enjoyed being on the show. It's always nice to be on the show. Catching up with the Rob and Mike and Joe and Joe. It was Joe and Joe on Joe. So, lots of Joes, everybody named Joe, and Rob and Mike. So, nice to see you guys. Also, today is Tuesday. That means, why am I doing this? Why am I like super hyper animated? Today is Tuesday. Waffle House is the perfect hangover food. That makes sense. Um, thank you for the thumbs. Yes, thank you, JLS Comics, and thanks Peg Warmers for the reminder. Today is Tuesday, so there's a new Half the Battle with Timur. This time he is looking at the animated miniseries Revenge of Cobra. That whole series is pretty trippy, so make sure you check out that. And I will mention, I just offhand, because I'm talking about friends, right? I really like Timur. He's been a great friend, a really nice guy, and just behind the scenes, he's been very encouraging, and I just personally like him a lot. So, Timur, if you're watching, I think you're a great guy. Thanks for being my friend. Just thanks for everything. I appreciate it. So, more stuff that I got. And I think... Alright, everything in this stack... Okay, man, there's too much stuff here. Okay, I'm going to quickly run through a couple of things that were given to me. Then I'll run through a couple of things that I bought. And then I think that'll probably be it. Now, I will not keep the show going beyond an hour tonight because, my God, I've been driving all day. So... I need a break at some point. But I was given this 3D printed Pack Rat machine gun. And yeah, it works. It works. So this was really cool. So it's kind of like classified scale. Hey, JoeFan84, thank you for the super chat. Do you happen to know the dates for next year? I didn't get the date for this one. I missed out because I couldn't get off work. Well, I'm sorry you missed out. They don't have the dates for next year. This year was a little bit of a problem because it conflicted with Heroes Con. And they don't want to conflict with Heroes Con. So what I've heard is that they're going to adjust the dates for next year to ensure there's no conflict. So I don't know exactly when that'll be. By sometime in January they should have some dates for you, and I will try to post them when I have them. So here's the thing about Joefest: if you can make it, great. If for any reason you can't get off work, or you can't afford to go, or you just can't, it's okay. It's fine. That's life sometimes. I get it. And if you can't make it, I'll try to provide opportunities to still connect with people and still kind of at least vicariously experience it. If you can make it though, at least once, I think I will sneeze twice. Pardon me. I think you will find it very memorable. And really the things that you remember most, at least the things that I remember most, is just meeting and talking with people. And that is something that I think every Joe fan should experience, at least once. Go and meet your fellow fans. Hang out. Talk about G.I. Joe. Talk about that one thing that you have in common that you all love and enjoy. How about an HCC788 fest? I have thought about that. No joke. That is something I had thought about. But I don't know. I don't have any idea how to run a convention. And it would be really easy for me to get in way over my head on that. But don't think I haven't thought about it. I have, in fact, thought about it. Let's see. How are we doing? We got... I apologize if I'm getting distracted. Why should I apologize for getting distracted? I always get distracted. But I was given this modern hooded Cobra Commander, and I'm gonna try to get to. I want to get to some of the stuff that I bought because I did buy some things. I did. Hello, alien dude. How do you do? Let's see. The people were fun. I think so. We've got a couple later edition Stalkers. So this one's from the comic pack. I think a comic 2-pack, and then I don't remember exactly which one this is from, but it's got the the two-tone camouflage. Nice looking stalkers. And we've got the... Oh, that's... Well, there's nothing in there. And we've got a Loyal Subjects Beachhead. So that's really cool. I have a small collection of these, no pun intended. I have a small collection of these, and I'd like to pull out the ones that I have and just see how complete that collection is, because I actually don't know. I haven't looked at them for a minute. Oh, the Stars of Strike. Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Harold. That's the set. Like, it was on the tip of my brain, but I couldn't quite remember. See, this is why I don't have to remember anything. You guys remember it for me. So yeah, that's going to be very helpful in my old age. So I don't have to remember anything. If I'm having trouble finding my car keys, for example, like where did I put my car keys? I can't remember where I put my car keys. I'll just go online. I'll just go live. And then one of you guys will probably remember where I put my car keys. And thanks for that. Thanks for that. Yeah, correct, Jenna. You are correct. Thank you. While there's still time, there is still some time. Let me get to a couple things that I purchased. I got Volume 8 of Dan Klingon-Smith's Creating G.I. Joe: Real American Hero. It's still in the plastic. I will need to take it out of the plastic because these books by Dan Klingon-Smith are very helpful for research for videos. In my hand. Your keys are in your hand. Yes, thank you. See, what would I do without you? What would I do without you? These are super helpful. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and open this. Are super helpful for reference material for videos. And this is something that I try to pick up whenever I can, and that is print reference related to G.I. Joe. So this is the book, and it's got like a table of contents set out by year. And like, for instance, if you turn to Crimson Guard Command, let's say go to Crimson Guard, page 17. And what you get is he's got all this pre-production. He's got concept art, and he's got like, final concept art with color there, and like tons of information about the production of this figure, including who designed it. And as you can see, that was it was designed by Ron Rudat. See, this stuff, like when I am making videos and I want to know, is that Crystal Ball on the that is indeed Crystal Ball on the cover. Does that mean Crystal Ball is in here? It is. See, Crystal Ball is in here. There he is. There's the man. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, if I had this, before I did my Crystal Ball review, I could have referenced this and provided some additional inside information about Crystal Ball and like Battle Force 2000. So it's really nice. They're relatively thin books, but there are a whole bunch of volumes of them. And but look at this. Look, these are color studies for Tomax and Zaymot. Well, when they're trying to decide what colors to use. And this is something that Ron would do when designing a figure. He would, he would do a Xerox of the drawing, the line drawing, and then he'd color it in. He would just do a bunch of color studies and just see what works the best. So yeah, this is cool stuff. So I'm really thrilled with what Dan Klingensmith is doing. And by the way, me and another guy were just hanging out at Dan's booth, his table, as I was looking through these books. And Dan, he takes out and shows us a prototype of the unreleased 1995 Baroness figure. It's the Baroness figure that we would have gotten if G.I. Joe had continued through 1995. He took out and showed us 2-up paint masters for Flash and Short Fuse. These pre-production pieces that are used in the development of the action figures. He just had them there to show us, which was awesome. And if you have a chance, go into Joefest, stop by the Joe Declassified booth. They have a ton of pre-production material. You can see things that you never saw before, you've never seen before. You will see things that you didn't even know existed. And they also did a really excellent panel about Tiger Force. Really great Tiger Force panel by Joe Declassified. So those guys love what they do, and super useful for me. Very helpful for me as I'm trying to make videos to learn about this stuff. So that's super helpful. In addition to that, I got, let's see, I'll just show the book. The book came with some extra stuff, but I'll show you the book. I got After Action Report. This is by Roger Taft and Josh Eggebine. And I was able to meet and hang out with Josh for a little bit. Roger wasn't there for personal reasons, but this is all about the G.I. Joe comic books from the Marvel era. And he signed it. Thank you, Josh. Much appreciated. So, you've got, some where is it? Yeah, so the cover art before it's approved there, and it's got it also has the concept, the thumbnail concept drawings, alternate covers that they were looking at for G.I. Joe #1 before they settled on the cover that we are all familiar with. But this talks a lot about the comic book series. It even has it has a list of first appearances of characters, which is really helpful for me, because there are some times when I'm trying to find the first appearance of somebody, and all I can do is just pick up all my copies of the comic book and flip through. It's nope, not that one. Next one, flip through. Nope, not that one. So it's a little tedious, but this will help. So this is another great print reference book that I will get a lot of use out of. So that's really cool. It came with some extra stuff. This is a pinup poster by Rod Wiggum. There's his signature there. And this is the thumbnail layout of it. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. I really love this stuff. This is what's fun for me. It can be difficult now for me to find G.I. Joe vintage items that I don't already have. This is now the kind of stuff that I get excited about, because it gives me more information. It gives me, more reference material. And this is like a checklist. So this is kind of a supplemental thing for that book. And now, the last thing I have to show you. Hello, Yo Joe. Thanks for being here. Joe Ricondo says, man, looks like you had a blast. Also, hello to the HCC community. I'm getting older and just had cataract surgery. I hope that went well. Just being able to read after a week. Always enjoy the live streams. Well, thanks, Joe. Congratulations on the surgery. Hope it went well. And welcome back. Nice to see you. I did have a blast. And I have one more thing to show you. Again, I want to emphasize this isn't the only stuff that I got. but it's the only stuff that I have right now. I've got to go through the other stuff and find where everything else was packed. So again, if you gave me something and you don't see it here, it didn't get left, it didn't get forgotten, it just had to get packed away creatively to make it back home. So I apologize for that, but I got one more thing to show you. Let me, it's conveniently sealed. Oh, good. I'm glad it went well. Yeah. Thank you, Toybacks in. I appreciate it. I can't imagine how much more info you're going to give us in the reviews. Hopefully I can give you lots of information. I want the reviews to be informative and accurate, and that's one of the things that kind of bugs me sometimes about the video format, is that it's not so easy to go back and edit something after it's already been published. And if I see something or I find something that I've put in a video and it turns out to not be accurate, it just kills me. It really eats at me. I really do try my best to not make mistakes, but I have sometimes made mistakes. Hopefully I can give maybe some insight on some of this stuff that maybe not everybody is familiar with. So one of the things one of the people that has... Oh, hello, WWJD85. Nice to see you. One of the things that... or one of the people that we have to give a lot of credit to for all of this is Ron Rudat. And I was able to get a print of Stalker, my favorite guy, by Ron and signed by Ron. And included is a signed Cobra emblem. Ron, of course, designed this. This is the work of Ron Rudat, and he signed that for me. And there's also a card in here. And of course, I did show Ron my tattoo. So like I get this from him, and I show him the tattoo, and he's like, "Oh, that's the original one. That's the one I have hanging in my house." And I'm like, "Yes, Ron, I know. Thank you very much." So, and I got my picture with them. Ron's wife is just the sweetest person, just sweet and nice, and that's a great family. They seem to just be a great bunch of people. Dave E, thank you for the super chat. HCC, we got collaborate on a drawing, and I would love to ink some of your work. Okay, Dave, let's figure that out. Let's do that, because Dave showed me some of his work while we were there, and it was amazing. It was awesome. So yeah, let's figure out how to do that. We'll talk about that. We'll make that work. We'll find a way to make that work. So that is, again, not everything I got, but is everything that is present with me right now. Hello, Exploriso. Did you sell all your art pieces? I didn't sell all of them. I intentionally brought with me more than I could sell, because I just didn't want to have an empty table. So I did bring some back. There's somewhere, but I sold a lot of them. I sold lot of them. I sold way more than I sold in 2019. It was pretty happening. It was pretty hopping. Yeah, it went well. Let's see. Casey from the podcast from the pit. I was able to spend a little bit of time with him. He's a really cool guy. If you haven't checked out Podcast from the Pit, they will also be in Cobra Convergence, so that'll be an opportunity to check them out. But thanks again to those guys. I worry that, like, if I start going through all the people that I met there, that I will forget somebody, and I don't want to forget anybody. You guys really made the show for me. You know, that's what I care about. And if I was like, Josiah, thank you for the super chat, Josiah. 10-minute warning. Support other channels. Have you been to Toy Base 10 in OKC? see everyone Friday on What's on Joe Mind. Yes, check out What's on Joe Mind stream on Friday. I have not been to Toy Base 10 in OKC. It's actually been a little while since I've even been to Oklahoma City. I will check it out next time I am in the area. But Oklahoma City is far enough away that, like, you don't usually just pop over there. You know, you have some reason for going. But next time I go, I will check out that, and I think there's another toy place that in OKC that I want to check out. So yeah, I need to do a little toy exploring in OKC, and I will. I want to. I'm looking forward to that, and I will make a point to do it. So yes, and thank you for the 10-minute warning. I appreciate that, and I will definitely wrap it up, in 10 minutes. Oh, thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Ever been to Max Barbecue in Skiatook? Good question. I haven't, but I am intrigued. I will be in Osage County for work and plan on going to lunch there on Friday if you want me. Let's talk, Chris. I don't know if I can, but if I can, I'll do my best to do that. I haven't been to Skiatook in some time. I think the last time I was in Skiatook, it's because I had a client there, and I had to go see my client. Wow, that's been a minute. That has been a fair amount of time. I guess I don't get out to Skiatook that often. So yeah, let's talk about that, Chris. Friday is coming up pretty quickly. Starting tomorrow, I've got a lot of video work to do to get ready for Cobra Convergence, and I've got to work like straight through Cobra Convergence, but I will get some breaks, and honestly, it'd be maybe a cool thing to get out to Skiatook for a minute and have lunch. Plus, I love me some barbecue. Yeah, but we'll talk about that. Thanks for bringing that up. Good question. I have not had Max Barbecue in Skiatook. I think a place called Max Barbecue probably makes pretty good barbecue. I mean, they didn't name it like some crappy barbecue place. And why would you name it some crappy barbecue place? Because that would give people the impression that you make some crappy barbecue. But no, the guy put his name on it. It's like, my name is Mac. This is my barbecue. We're going to call it Max Barbecue. He's proud of his work. Let's see. Alien Dude, wait, do you draw the thumbnails of the reviews? Yeah, most of them I do. Sometimes I have a guest artist. I haven't had really any guest artists, or very many guest artists recently. I did have some a few weeks back, but most of them I do. Occasionally, if I don't have time to do the thumbnail, I will use the package art. So that happens sometimes. But I do usually do the thumbnails. And what I've been doing lately is doing physical pencil drawings of the thumbnails and then scanning them to ink and color digitally. And so it allows me to have an original, and it's an extra original that I can take with me to some place like Joefest. I have sold a few of the originals, like on eBay, but it's been a little while since I put anything on eBay. But yeah, yes, I do most of those. So, thank you, Alien Dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very nice. JoeFan84 says, I stink at drawing. My stick figures even are terrible. It's just practice. Honestly, it's just practice. There is inspiration when it comes to art, and that's important. But a lot of art is technique and practice. And honestly, figure drawing mostly starts with stick figures. That's how you start. When I was in art school and we were, learning figure drawing, of course, some students are a little more advanced than others, but you got to start, where you got to start at the basics. So they would make us do 10-second stick figures in like some kind of pose, so that we would get used to the idea of drawing out the stick figure, in proportion and you know, basically starting with the structure that we would use to build up, you know, to the final drawing. So yeah, we did a lot of stick figures. We'd have these huge sheets of paper, and he's like, fill that with stick figures, and you can't take more than 10 seconds each one. So, stick figures. Lots of stick figures. I've drawn on a few stick figures in my day. Alien says, my art isn't amazing, but I still make art. Don't give up making art. And, you know, I don't know that it isn't amazing. It might be. It might be really good. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But, you know, I think art should be something you enjoy creating. And if you are enjoying creating it, then, you know, you've already, that's the big hurdle. You already jumped that hurdle. Anything else, like if you want to change it, if you want to learn new techniques, you can do that. But one thing that I decided when I started doing art again a few years ago is that I wanted to keep it on the fun level, right? I'm not a commercial artist. I'm not a professional, working artist making art for a living. So I don't approach it like that. If I got a commission from Hasbro to draw a classified box, do some classified box art, which I won't. Hasbro, be sensible. I'm not the person to do that. But if I did, I would take a different approach to that than I do the drawings that I do now. And it probably would not be as fun. But the drawings I do now, I enjoy. I really enjoy doing it. I like it. I enjoy it. Sam Beckett says even Jim Lee erases a lot before he gets to the final form. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, that's... if you want to... not everybody wants to do art. If you don't want to do art, that's fine. Do what you want to do. But if you want to do art and, you don't know where to start, hey, that rhymed. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. But if you want to do art and you don't know where to start, there are lots of tutorials that you can look at. But you're going to be starting pretty simple and pretty basic. And that's how you learn. You're going to start by drawing basic shapes over and over and over. Another thing that we did in art school is we would draw cubes, spheres, and cylinders. We would fill pages with cubes, spheres, and cylinders at different angles, and with with a sphere it's a circle, but with shadows and lighting in different places. So you learn a technique and then you practice the hell out of it until it becomes more natural, and then you apply those things, and then art poops out, you might say. Curtis says hello from Detroit. Hello, Detroit, from the United States. And guys, it is actually 8 o'clock Central Time by my clock, and I do need to wrap it up. I can feel my voice giving out, so I wouldn't be able to keep talking anyway. But thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who was here. Thank you to everyone who came up and said hi to me at JoeCon. Thank you to everyone who gave me stuff at JoeCon. If I didn't get to you on this live stream, I apologize. The live streams are never long enough for me to really get through everything I really want to do and say. But I promise you that it meant something to me, and it meant a lot to me. So thank you to everyone. And it's time to wrap it up. We will do this again next week. And we're closing in on Cobra Convergence. It's happening. It's coming up. So I hope you're all ready. I am definitely not ready, but I'm going to get ready. I'm working on it. So anyway, thanks everyone. I will say goodnight, and I will see you next time.